Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how I design my YouTube thumbnails on Canva. We're going to go from this to this, and I'm also going to show you how I run A/B thumbnail testing natively on YouTube. So if you're ready, let's dive in. To begin, we are going to start off obviously with Canva on the homepage. Quite simply, I just go into the main menu here and you can just look up YouTube thumbnail so that you will get the proper canvas size. So the dimensions for this is roughly 1280 by 720 pixels. Go ahead and click that open and you can just obviously choose from some of the templates that they have here. In this case, we can just open up a blank one. Now, to give you kind of a rough idea as to how I create my thumbnails, first things first, I actually take the thumbnail picture and I do that by simply taking a screenshot of my filming scene on OBS. So I'm going to insert that clip so you kind of understand what I'm talking about, and then I'll show you how I design it. Alright, just so you all can get the gist of how I take my thumbnail photos. So this is OBS Studios, as you see in front of me. I've just put it on my main monitor. I just use this camera here. This is the Logitech Brio. It's a webcam. And quite simply what I do to take my thumbnail pictures is I just take a screenshot of what you see right here, right now. I have a button on my Stream Deck here. This one here, this is what allows me to take my screenshot. So it's a 5-second delay and then it just will take a screenshot and then it'll just go into my files, which you see on this side. So if I'm taking a photo, I just quite simply press my button here. It will load up, 5 seconds, pose. Okay, yeah, there we go. And you can see that see that text down there? That means it took the screenshot. So if I go over to this screen here, this was the other one, but we just took this one here. If I open this up, you can see that is the screenshot that we just took. So that's how I take my thumbnail photos, and then I take this image and I will put it into Canva and just do how I normally make my thumbnails. Once you have taken your thumbnails, I then take that and upload it into Canva into a designated folder. So in this case, I would go into your projects here. So I'm just on the main homepage of Canva. I would go in to add new here and then add folder and name this accordingly. I would name this, headshots or profile pictures or thumbnail images and name it that, but I already have my folder made. Now, once you have your folder made, you can actually access the folder within the Canva editing window. So here is the blank document that we have created earlier. Now, you want to go to the project section over here and I'm going to click that again. This is what you would normally see on this panel, and you want to go ahead and search for that folder. And once you do, you can open it up. And once you've opened up that folder, it should live on your panel, in this case here, until you click that X button and then it's gone. But I usually leave this folder open all the time. And so in this case, I would just go up to this button here. You can upload it into here like this from your desktop, or again, you can also upload it directly into the folder on the home page here. But again, it doesn't matter where you uploaded it, it's all going to live in that one designated folder. So rather than just uploading images to the uploads tab here, you can keep yourself organized, which I prefer. So just to kind of give you an idea of what my original thumbnail document looks like in Canva, this is what this looks like. So for 2024, this is kind of the way I have designed my thumbnails up until now. I mean, I've come a long way. So I'm just going to show you some quick tips and tricks as to how I would design my thumbnails. So shout out to this comment here for requesting this video. So I'm going to show you again how to do this really quickly. So I have this other document already set up. Because this comment came from this particular video, I'm going to show you kind of just a quick breakdown of how I went from this to that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click this open. This is just the one image. Once you have your images loaded into your folder, you just quite simply click on the image. It will load onto your canvas. Now in this case, here's the one image, and to create that blurred background and kind of outline effect, we actually need to duplicate this image. So I'm going to just hit Command D to duplicate, and then I'm going to situate that front photo right on top of the one in the background, and I'm going to just click the edge here and just crop it to here, and then crop it to here, and then crop this down here just a little bit, because this is going to make the background remover tool work more efficiently and effectively. It just makes it easier for Canva, I find. But before we do, I'm going to click the second image in the background. I'm going to go up to Edit Image, and then I'm going to go into this blur here. This is in the Effects tab, and I do the whole image, and I put roughly 25 just to blur that background there. And you can see here it's blurred the background, but we still need to cut me out of the first image. So I'm going to click the top image, go to Background Remover. Yes, this is indeed a Canva Pro tool. So make sure you scan this code here to try Canva Pro for 30 days free. And you can see very quickly here that it has done a really good job of cutting me out. So I don't necessarily have to go back and restore anything. So I just like it as it is. And then in this case, just to give me a little bit more dimension, I also like to add a shadow, but in this case, I'm going to add a outline. So I'm just going to hit the outline tile here. I like my outline to be white and the size to be somewhere around 8 or 9, not too big, not too small, maybe 10, and kind of leave it at that. I might extend this just a little bit like that, just like this. Might use my keys so I'm perfectly aligned. At this point, I'm going to just select both images and I'm going to expand it so it fits the entire screen. Now this is where I get into kind of the nitty-gritty, because I've developed my specific liking of how I like my thumbnails to look like. I actually have this other tab here, which is, let me open up the positions. This is just the first layer here is an image of stars. I have a vignette here that I created, and then some other gradients just to bring out the colors of my specific studio background. So if you want to create the black vignette, you can do that by going to just a blank tab here, or a blank page. I go R for rectangle or square. I go up to here, I change the color to black, and then I hit this tab once more because I want to go into the gradients tab. And then I'm just going to, let's see here, let's make this also black. Do black 3 times. I'm going to make this one gradient. I'm going to bring this probably halfway here. I'm going to eyeball it, and then I'm going to hit this one here so I have the circle gradient. Now, depending on how strong you like your gradient, you can definitely adjust that accordingly. But anyways, that's pretty much what I do, and I just extend it so it fits the whole page here, and so I have that kind of vignette look. In this case, my vignette is a little bit less, so to make the center a little bit more transparent, I would probably go in, add another transparency, but move this to the front over here so it's a little bit softer. I just like that because it just helps to draw the eyes in and makes whatever's in the center kind of the focal point. And so in regards to the other gradients like this, like the blue and green gradient, what I did was just go to Elements, and then I just looked up gradient circle, and it's this orange one here that actually allows you to change the color of the gradient. So this just makes it easy, you know, if you want to do pink or purple or red, or you know, whatever kind of color you like, totally optional. This is just what I have. And then in this case, what I would do is, once I have, this is kind of a template for myself just to make it easier for me. So I go into positions, I just grab all 4 layers by hitting the first layer, hit the shift key, and then click to select all. And then I'm just going to Command or Control C to copy. I'm going to go back to my first page here, and then I'm just going to Command V. Then I make sure to actually drag the image of my cutout here all the way to the top, so I am the first layer. And then for the stars here, I just kind of soften up the transparency just like that. And at this point, this is pretty much my base. Sorry for the interruption. Let me drop this introduction. I sell Canva templates on Etsy for my real estate agent besties. I don't have a beat on this track because I am not a rapper, a singer. All I do is help agents prosper. Scan this code right here. and you'll be a winner. Or find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Subscribe for the good vibes, and let's get back to the video. And before I forget, really quickly, if you want to make this kind of curved text, it's actually really simple. So I'm just going to go to here. I'm going to put T on my keyboard for text box and text here. I'm going to make it bigger. Obviously, you want to go in and use some kind of text that is big, it's bold, it's legible. But in this case, I use the white. I go into effects here. I put a lift and I put the intensity all the way up. Sometimes I'll put like a shadow instead, maybe just to give it a little bit more dimension. I might put up the intensity just a little bit, blur a little bit. You can adjust that there just so there's added dimension, okay? And then if you want to make the text curve, again, there's all these other cool effects that you can do. Just go down and hit the curve button and you will scroll down. You can curve it that way, or you can go the other way and just play around with that. Usually I kind of just have a nice little curve here, and then if I want to put the text behind me, I just make it really big and I just do that. And again, I would go to positions and then just make sure that the text is behind me like that. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Now, when it comes to YouTube, we actually have the ability to do A/B tests, like A/B thumbnail tests, to see which thumbnail might perform better than the others. So, which is why I actually designed multiple thumbnails to test in the A/B testing for the thumbnails. So this was, let's see here, this video here, I actually had another version that I ran. So I have two different versions and I ran both of them as a test. If we go into the share button here, we can download the thumbnails. So in this case, the thumbnails for this one particular video was on page 627. So I would just download this as a PNG and then download this to your desktop and then go into YouTube Studio to upload the thumbnails. So I'll be right back to show you how I do that. Alrighty, so I have the YouTube Studio open. I'm just going to randomly upload a clip here so I can show you the back end of what this would look like if you want to do the A/B testing. So I'm just going to hit next. I'll turn this off here and just do that so I can go into my content here. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up here, and I like to just do all my SEO optimization on the full window here. But if you scroll down, you will see here in the thumbnail area, upload file, or test and compare. And this actually, if we click this open, allows you to upload up to 3 different thumbnails. So you would just go in and upload. Let's go into my downloads here. I would upload this first one here, and then I would upload the second one there, and then you can go ahead and hit done. And this will, once this video is public on your channel, it will run the A/B testing roughly for a week or so, or until there is a significant difference between which thumbnail is performing best, and then YouTube will just choose that thumbnail as essentially the winner. Now, if we go to that original video there, I'm going to open up this page here. If I scroll down, you can see that the test is actually still running. So I'm going to hit the options here and I'm going to view the test report. So it's pretty much neck and neck. So thumbnail number 1 is performing at 48%, and then thumbnail number 2 is performing at 52%. Now, personally, I like the look of the first thumbnail here, but compared to the people who are clicking this thumbnail, they are preferring this thumbnail here. So really, you don't know what is going to perform best unless you do run a test. So I'm actually really happy that YouTube has introduced this option to the platform natively. And again, once this is done, it says I have another 5 days and 18 hours left. So once this is done, YouTube will just choose that one thumbnail, and then you can just go on with your day, which is really awesome. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you made it to the end of this video, then you know what it is, you know what to do. Yeah, comment down below #NCrew so I know you are a real one. And if you would like to learn more about how I do YouTube, you can check out this designated playlist here where I show you what I do with the YouTube. So if you're ready, get ready to click in 3, 2, 1.